Hi all! So I will only have a few seconds to introduce myself and to imprint my singularity on your minds. First off, we are all complicated beings and we see ourselves as such. With this video, however, I will present my credentials and knowledge in hopes of gaining your respect and support in running for the MX Law House 2021. My name is Michaela Oberholzer and I'm in my third year of study. I see myself as someone who is kind and approachable, and I'm always there to help without expectation, so keep me in mind. We were asked to answer a few questions. The first one is, in a country with an issue of gender-based violence, what would I do to bring awareness about it, and what do I think needs to change in order for the women in our country to have a voice? Gender-based violence, particularly violence against women and girls, is the most pervasive form of human rights violations and prevents women and girls from reaching their full potential. It is an obstacle to women living dignified lives, free from fear. Ending violence against women is everyone's business. First, I will listen to believe the survivor. When a woman shares a story of violence, she takes the first step into breaking the cycle of abuse. It is on all of us to give her the safe space that she needs to speak up and to be heard. It is important to remember when discussing cases of sexual violence, a victim's sobriety, clothes, and sexuality are irrelevant. The perpetrator is the sole reason for the assault and must bear the responsibility alone. I will call out on victim blaming and counter the idea that it is on women to avoid situations that might be seen as dangerous by traditional standards. Survivors of violence are speaking out now more than ever before, and everyone has the role to play ensure that they get or have the justice they need. We shouldn't say, "Why didn't she leave?" We should say, "We hear you, we believe you, and we stand with you." I would advocate for a care centre on campus for victims of violence. Also initiate social media campaigns for awareness that create platforms in order to break down stereotypes. Preventing and ending gender-based violence is possible. It's only education, advocating for change, and sponsoring of a survivor of violence, and a few other things that you can do to help in this global and pervasive issue. Most importantly, if I'm ever lucky enough to have a boy, I will raise him to break free from harmful stereotypes. Question number 2. The theme of this year's MX Law House is Stronger Together. How would I work to include everyone in the faculty, seeing that across-country groups of people are regularly excluded? Inclusivity is important. I want to create opportunities for people from different groups to share stories and views so we can learn and respect our diverse views and experiences. It is important that we all have a voice and create a vision or a common ground or purpose for us in MX Law House. A smile and a few kind words can also do the job. However, it is important to show interest in the different cultures and languages. We as South Africans do not only consist of English and Afrikaans. We need to embrace all languages and have respect for those who are different from us, because we are stronger together. Have I ever struggled with loving myself, and how did I overcome it, and what would my advice be to someone that is going through the same dilemma? Well, yes, at some point I even hated myself. Society often tells us that it is important to be selfless, to take care of others and put other ones first, and to give whatever and whenever you can. These messages themselves aren't wrong. Most people are part of the larger community, and we tend to benefit when we take care of each other. But the problem comes in when we prioritize taking care of others above caring for ourselves, and when we believe the opinions of others. It took me a while, but I realized that taking care of myself and my own needs is not selfish. As airlines like to remind us, it is important to put on your own oxygen mask before helping others to do the same. Because if you run out of air, it becomes a lot harder to help anyone else, including yourself. I overcame the hate I had for myself by changing my self-talk and showing compassion for myself. I also got a pet and went for therapy. We as students also need a break, so take a day if you need. What makes me beautiful? Well, I'm beautiful because God is beautiful. We are just a shadow of His image. My parents like to remind me of how great of a student I am and that I'm loved and have a lot to share with the world. They always put things in perspective for me. Self-love is also the first step to ensure that you can and love care for others too. Question number 5. Why should I win MX Law Health? Well, while realizing that the other candidates also running for this position has the ability to win, I believe that I have qualities that differentiate me from the rest. I'm a kind and soft being and I tend to listen without my eyes. And I'm also always eager to help my fellow students. I believe that I am a very diligent and highly motivated student. While studying for my degree, I've not failed any exam or failed to submit to any assignment due in my 3 years in the university. I'm certain to push through with the dedication I've always worked with to accomplish my goals and to gain more knowledge and insight into the law society. Being a part of Law House is an opportunity I would love to dedicate myself to and to be a part of the community. Although I don't have any professional grounding, I absolutely do not lack the sophistication and the willingness to learn and develop. My experience has taught me that to achieve success, teamwork is the correct way to go, and respect other human beings because we are not all the same. We all come from different backgrounds and our different views are often necessary to see the bigger picture. I believe that strong relationships within the working environment take not just the movement but the entire working group towards success, and it is therefore necessary to work together as a unit, striving for a specific goal. People need to feel safe in the environment their leaders set for them. I'm an independent worker, and I can achieve targets by working alone too. Although I'm an introvert, I love people, and that's why I'm passionate about the law in general and to seek justice for those who don't have a voice. I'm confident that you will find me a perfect fit for this position. It is important that we finish this race together because we are stronger together. Thank you for your consideration.